Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Summerhour. Let's start off with your top stories brought to you by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Breaking barriers as first-generation college students, a grassroots nonprofit called Leaders in Training helps promising young students achieve just that. Review-Journal Jen Ah tells us how. Jen?
Renee, the program's founder and executive director, had such an inspirational message that students could have straight A's or F's. It doesn't matter because the organization believes every student can be a leader and that every kid who chooses to persist can go to college if given the right opportunities and support.
They start as early as 9th grade with different programming about social equity and volunteerism, and continuing all the way through college and then whatever post-secondary path that they choose.
About 80% of the students in the Leaders in Training program reportedly continue on to 2- or 4-year colleges. The program supports the students through academic guidance, career development, and more. Renee?
And a heads up for holiday travelers, the Harry Reid International Airport has put out a parking advisory on its website. Parking is in high demand, particularly at Terminal 1, and officials anticipate the long-term lot will reach capacity, so be sure to plan ahead. Another tip, delays are always possible due to weather issues, so bring what you might need in case you end up stuck somewhere longer than expected. And as Las Vegas looks to establish a permanent memorial honoring the victims of Route 91 Harvest Festival shooting, the October 1st Memorial Committee is getting some advice. Take your time, do it right. This comes as the Las Vegas Committee seeks designs for a memorial that will be near Reno Avenue and Giles Street. This advice comes from an official from Connecticut who says it took nearly 10 years to begin construction for a Sandy Hook memorial honoring the school shooting victims. And we have an update on a waiter who was shot multiple times at a Chinatown restaurant. The co-owner of Shanghai Taste says Sheng Yan Wang has opened his eyes in the hospital bed, but he still can't communicate. Meanwhile, police have released images of the suspect in the shooting. Anyone with information on the case is urged to contact Metro. In your health news, sponsored by Forum Dental, Love Your Smile Again, the vaccine mandate for students at Nevada's colleges and universities is over. The Legislative Commission failed to approve an extension, and the Nevada system of higher education has told schools to lift any holds on unvaccinated students trying to register for classes.
The Commission's decision has upset a number of faculty members at colleges and universities who said that they were really banking on having people be vaccinated at the start of spring semester to ensure that they could continue with in-person classes.
A vaccine mandate for college and university employees remains in effect. In more news, U.S. health regulators have authorized the first pill used to treat COVID here in the United States. The Pfizer pill treats the worst effects of the virus at home instead of at a hospital. The Food and Drug Administration has authorized its use for those 12 years old and older with a positive COVID test and early symptoms. They also must be at high risk of hospitalization. This comes at a time when hospitalizations and deaths due to the Omicron variant are surging. Now it's time to take a look at your local weather forecast, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour Air is here for you. Rain and wind is moving into your Thursday forecast. A 60% chance of showers is predicted mainly after 4 p.m. Highs today reaching about 60 degrees. Tonight, rain chances up to 80%. Evening lows in the low 50s. For the rest of the week, rain continues into Friday and winds will pick up to about 25 miles per hour. The possibility of more rain is forecasted through Christmas and into the next week.
Sports, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus up to $100 when you sign up. In addition to defensive end Max Crosby, Raiders linebacker Denzel Perryman and punter A.J. Cole were selected to this year's Pro Bowl. Perryman was at home in Vegas recovering from injury when he learned of his selection. Cole was in Cleveland warming up before the game against the Browns.
It means a lot, not too many people, get that selection, no matter how many votes you have, no matter who you are. But right now, it means a lot.
It's a cool thing to hear, but it was awesome to go out there and get the win and then kind of be able to celebrate the win and be able to celebrate that as well.
Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The San Francisco 49ers are consensus 3.5-point road favorites over the Tennessee Titans on Thursday Night Football. After a 3-5 start, the Niners have won and covered 5 of their last 6 games, including Sunday's 31-13 blowout of the Atlanta Falcons. After an 8-2 start, the Titans have lost 3 of their last 4, including Sunday's 19-13 loss to Pittsburgh. Tennessee is on a 1-4 slide against the spread.
In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. With CES set to return to Las Vegas in just 2 weeks, several major companies are pulling out due to concerns surrounding the COVID-19 Omicron variant. Twitter, Amazon, and several others have announced plans to scale back or even cancel their in-person attendance at the Consumer Electronics Trade Show.
I was disappointed to see a couple companies pulled out of CES. Hopefully that there won't be a lot more pulling out of it and they'll still have a good convention. That employs a lot of people. It brings a lot of economic benefit into our community, and we're counting on having that at the convention center.
A CES spokesperson says the show will go on as scheduled. In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Glittering Lights at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, not everyone wants to cook on Christmas, and there are a few places around Las Vegas to make sure your holiday meal is still festive. Ferrero's Italian Restaurant and Wine Bar has special dine-in menus on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. For those looking for some fine dining, One Steakhouse has a holiday prime rib dinner over at Virgin Hotels. And in Resorts World, Genting Palace is serving up a 5-course festive special. All dining specials are exclusive for Christmas. In your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada, Kristen Chenoweth is getting ready for her New Year's Eve show at the Smith Center. The former Wicked and You're a Good Man Charlie Brown star told the Review-Journal that there are no plans to cancel the show, in which she will perform her latest holiday album, Happiness is Christmas, and more. They'll also be ready to implement more COVID safety measures. The show starts at 7:30 December 31st, and she says, quote, "I want to bring in the new year with hope and joy." Thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. If you have a Roku device, search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas Breaking News streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here later today for 7 at 7 p.m. from the Las Vegas Review Journal. Have a great day.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.